Okay, I have to say here that I was not really gelling with Am I Actually the Strongest in the last couple episodes. I wasn't really too fond of the overly goofy sort of comic book heroing and such, even though the Char and brother-sister relationship there is very cute and adorable. Everything else felt pretty flat for me. But in episode 4, we do finally get a real semblance of progression in the story and some plot things happening, and actual, let's say, more intricate storylines emerging. Potentially. Anyway, first of all, I have to say I'm quite happy Flay is back in the game here. I don't think she was really in... No, she was not in episode 3 at all, right? And she was barely in episode 2, I feel like, or at least not very little. So I'm fine happy to see that Flay again somewhat appears in episode 4. Not by a lot, but by a small bit, so better than nothing. But we need more Flay, so get on that right now, Anime Studio. On the entire comic book act thing that Haruto keeps doing to basically entertain and please Charlotte, it's like, okay, sure, it's not horrible because Charlotte is adorable and she must be protected at all costs, but I can't really get into it because it's very comically not that funny and over the top, and the whole Power Ranger getup I don't really like, and we know he's gonna win anyway because he's obviously way overpowered, so there's no tension there. And yeah, I just can't really get into that entire comic book shtick so far. Hopefully they don't emphasize it even more moving forward. Anyways though, in this whole comic book shtick, he does end up ambushing this personal mage squad of the Queen, which leads into a lot of the plot for this episode. I am happy to say that, as I mentioned, this episode is very much more heavy on the plot elements and exposition, which I appreciate because we haven't gotten a lot of that in the past episodes. There's been a lot of time wasting, I would say. So the prince and princess that came to visit at the end of last episode, they're going on this sort of trip to look at the lands of the Margrave here, or Haruto's father, etc., or adopted father, rather. And that's when he finds these mages trying to ambush them, and basically prevents that from happening. And then he learns from the mages that, yeah, they were there to assassinate Charlotte, as the Imperial soldiers they got into the kingdom to do it didn't do the job. Which we find out that, okay, the Queen is directly targeting Charlotte to assassinate her, because Charlotte apparently has a lot of latent magic power, which would over time make her potentially even more powerful than the Queen, which the Queen probably thinks might threaten her control of the kingdom and her legacy, so she just wants her out of the way. And also, she probably fears it might result in a civil war, splitting the kingdom in two down the line. And of course, when Haruto learns of this, he gets very angry, as everyone else should, because anyone thinking of assassinating Charlotte must be burned to a crisp immediately. No mercy for any Charlotte killers. No, no sir. In that scene though, when Haruto extracts the information from the mages, I do like how they mix the elements of, okay, he tries to interrogate them, right? It's like, tell me what I want to know, or else. Wait, was that too forward? Okay, what about this? Either be buried alive, or speak right now. So it's like, damn, he's surprisingly ruthless and cold-blooded when he gets to the point. I still wonder if that is just done for comedic effect, or if that is actually showcasing a side of his personality that is, well, ruthless. As especially, as you've seen in episode 2 as well, whenever especially his family is threatened, he goes full-on murder rampage, I will kill everyone mode. So I assume that actually does indicate his personality is definitely in the vein of, don't fuck with me or my family, you will die. Which I very much appreciate, because way too many MCs are pussies, and, oh no, we can't kill people, oh no, blah, blah, blah. So, very happy to see that, at least. So basically from this point on, Haruto starts thinking that, okay, I have to do something about the Queen, right? Or his biological mother. Because he can't let her just keep trying to assassinate Charlotte. So he starts thinking on what to do. This leads into the end of the episode, when he has this discussion with his adopted father that, did you know this and this and this and this? And then basically the father explains that, yeah, but, we can't really kill her because the Queen is actually the one in control of the kingdom. The king's just a puppet. The Queen is the one with the real power. She's the one with the real influence. And she is the one keeping everything together. If the Queen were to be killed, or to be, dethroned, whatever else, that would create a power vacuum, which would most likely lead to a civil war for people trying to claim the vacant throne, etc. And especially as Charlotte is not positioned to be the queen at this time, even though in the future, she might be a very good candidate to become queen. You can't really do that now because, again, it would just lead to a civil war, etc., which is not good. And so I do like how they're explaining that, yeah, okay, Haruto, you are worried for your sister, and you want to just basically get rid of the queen because she's a piece of shit and a absolutely megalomaniac, self-centered, power-hungry bitch. But if you just go in there and kill her, you're going to create a lot of butterfly effects and consequences for not only yourself, but the entire kingdom. So again, I do like how they're positioning that okay, Haruto has to actually be strategic here. He has to actually consider, okay, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to play this out so that I can achieve my objective, which is protecting Charlotte, while also avoiding all these assassinations and protecting her the best way I can. As his father basically tells Haruto that, you know your mission, right? Yes, I know. My mission is to protect Charlotte so that she can grow into a fine, powerful woman and become the queen down the line. At least that's the assumption here. And of course, at the end of the episode, we do get some foreshadowing for the next one that he is probably going to get into a fight with the queen. So I guess we'll see how much of this strategic thinking actually went into anything before he just decided to go in there and fight anyway. Yes, I'm at least happy they are somewhat trying to be reasonable here and explain things and not just go gung-ho, I guess I gotta kill her, haha. As a final point here, we do get the biological brother and sister of Haruto, talking about his powers earlier, again mentioning the point that, maybe he's a demon, right? Or he has like demon blood or demon genes, and hinting on that point again, as was mentioned in episode 2 or whatever, when the father was talking about his powers and where they come from. So again hinting at that, okay, we know that the royal family has some interminglings with demons in the past, with the offspring. So hinting at maybe Haruto, maybe he has some sort of connection there, even though he doesn't have horns or anything else. So it will be somewhat interesting to see what happens with that, if anything, down the line in Season 1, and if there is something actual underlying plot-wise with that entire thread that is being woven. Anyways though, episode 4 of I'm Actually the Strongest was better than I thought. I'm very happy they are going more on this course again with geopolitics and the protecting Charlotte and things actually moving along now, not just being stuck in this comic book hero routine. What did you think of the episode? Did you like it, hate it, whatever else? Please do comment your thoughts below. And also feel free to comment, I said that, wow. And subscribe, hit the notification bell to support this channel. We highly appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next one, so have a good day. Bye-bye.